Hey everyone, so it's Lori and Kayleen here. So we are jumping on to kind of talk to you guys about the live. And there is a chat here. So if you guys want to pop something into the chat, I'll post something so you guys can see it. So feel free to put stuff in the chat if you have specific questions as we kind of go through the live. So today we are going to talk to you. So as you all know, we have that 30-day hard challenge going on, which is
grab your sticker.
Oh yeah, my sticker. See, look at I have it a little coffee cup here.
So when you participate and complete it, we are sending you stickers. But the whole point of this, Lori and I were brainstorming, trying to engage people and have you see the value of video in a quick 30-day sprint. We got the idea with the 75-day hard diet that everybody was doing. And, I do think when you are in a large group and you see people posting, it helps with the motivation. It kind of is that accountability factor. But Lori and I said, let's do just 30 days of video marketing. I think people have been a little bit maybe caught off guard that they aren't posting videos every day, but there is a system that we are trying to help people learn to be able to take that long content that you shoot and use it all over all of your platforms. And so that's kind of the big overall gist of what the idea is.
Right. I think we always say people who want to do the 30-day challenge and they want to just post 30 videos every day and just keep posting. I don't think that that's going to get you the long game. It's like we always say, tell myself I'm going to eat salads for every day the rest of my life. And by the day 5, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I need to do something else. And so part of the whole challenge, part of this whole thing is to be sustainable. And so we each have 3 kids. We had a real estate business that did $34 million last year. I'm like, how much do we do in sales? Our second full year in real estate. And so how do you post? How do you do videos? So that way you can continue to do it and not burn yourself out. I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah. I think that, you have to be consistent and you have to put a system in place to make it sustainable. Even our mentors over here at EXP, they do a ton of video and they hit burnout. They had 8 different channels going and they wound up just having to take a little bit of time off. And I think that there is extreme value to be a success, have a successful real estate business or whatever you're doing, to be able to put a calendar in place so that you can use your time effectively and then be able to move on and actually do the business part. Marketing is such a big deal when it comes to your real estate business, but then how do you also have enough time to actually, be a good agent, give people good service, be a good community member. And so that's what Lori and I have honed in on, is using automation and cheap automation to be able to leverage our time so that we can also be good agents and good moms and wives and sisters and everything else.
If you guys can hear us, can you hit the little like button or drop a comment? I just want to make sure that we're not talking to ourselves, which sometimes we tend to do. So, if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up or drop it in the chat just so we know.
Oh, somebody heard.
Okay, good. Thank you. I can talk to myself in the mirror all day, so I'm sure my kids would love that. But so our 30-day challenge. So let's just get right into it. So, like we said, our goal is to make it so that way you can take this and replicate it month after month. And we actually do this so that way we have, like Kaylee noted, our lender pay for it. We don't pay any overhead. So what a great way, if some agents, like they said, they do that $100,000 a month on Google ads or whatever they're using. And then, if anything shifts in the market, they're screwed, in my opinion. I don't understand, how you put that much into your business. And if that's what you do, that's a lot of work to make up that overhead each month. And so putting our systems in place is going to get you 0 overhead. A great way to grow and sustain your business. And so we're just going to kind of talk about our 30-day hard challenge and what that looks like. We're going to do it quarterly. And then afterwards, we're going to have more of a, what do I want to say? A more detailed
structure.
Yeah.
What we're doing in the 30 days is touching on, how it's done in a big picture. But then when you are doing it sustainable, you're kind of taking all of those things and putting them into fast forward and crunching them into 1 week. So hopefully practice makes perfect. And the more that you can, chime in on those 30-day challenges and, pick our brains, then the goal is that you'll be producing 2 long-term videos each month, and that will help sustain your lead generation. It sustains Lori and I and 4 other local agents here in Colorado Springs, and we have like a mid-size reach. Like if we were to go up to Denver or to Houston or a giant city, you can take those numbers and times them by 3. Here in Colorado Springs, it's a mid-size market. We do have enough reach that YouTube works very well. Where is, there's people watching right now. What market are you all from? And that would be interesting to see, if you are in a small town, a large city. Lori and I, because we were in that mid-size market, when we started doing long content, it only took a matter of 3 weeks before we started getting a lead stream. We did start a channel in a bigger market, and it is taking a lot longer because there's already people doing YouTube up there. And so you are now, you're working against somebody else. And so you have to stay consistent, do good videos, create long content. And that is the whole idea of the 30-day challenge, is to get you there and also put into place all of these other platforms that we're going to use that long content to post all over.
Mm-hmm. And Nicole, you said you're from a small town of 10,000. So that might be, you might not get like the number of leads, but you're going to have an easier way to break into your market.
Super easy to break into.
Central Florida, I'd have to do some background information on, like, as far as like YouTube analytics and what that looks like specifically for what part of Central Florida, or how that is pulling as far as tags
and we
go,
have a couple ladies
definitely doable.
That one is over in Delaware, and she lives kind of in a tri-county area, and her reach was so much greater if she used the tri-county area. And so we just talked it through with her, what that's called, and looked at analytics, and we said, don't just do your little county, do the tri-county for search, and then try to sell them on the county that you really want to specialize in. Right. So that could be, you just have to look at the analytics and see what kind of, how many leads you want to generate. We generate probably around 60 leads a month off of our YouTube, and that's legitimate. We're ready to go leads going.
Yeah, we had 1.2 million last night came in. I'm like, okay, we'll help you. Yeah. But let's talk about the challenge a little bit. And you guys, if you're here and you want to ask us questions, feel free to ask questions as we walk through this. I know we post little videos, but again, there's 1,500 agents on that Facebook group. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing. And I always say in these challenges, you're going to get out of it what you get into it. Like if you look at the people who respond, like it's usually like 1%. It's kind of like, to me, it's like the statistics they have of agents who succeed. And, just to be real with people who are doing it, there can be 1,500 people. If you look at our group, that we've grown 1,500 people in the last month, right? We were 50. It was as January 10th. That many people wanted to join the challenge, but how many are actually going to really sit there, engage with it, and complete the challenge? It's really interesting.
And we are literally giving you exactly
steps. What we do. And people who don't engage with it, and that's fine, but it's like real estate agents. They say like 10% of agents do 90, 100% of the real estate in probably your local area. And the same thing is true, is if you're going to put the work in, it's those who are consistent and those who stay with it who are going to succeed. And so that's why, people can always say they're in or drop an email or whatever they want. But really, if you're not going to get out of it anything unless you just stay consistent with it. And if you want to post those 30, everyone's like, I'm just going to post 30 videos. I'm just going to post. You're not going to get there. Like you're going to get,
you're going to get there and get burnout,
and you're going to get burnout,
and you aren't going to know what else to post about, because if you're posting that much,
and you're going to post about the things about real estate and just people like a talking head, right? You have to like kind of follow this 30-day challenge, and I guarantee you're going to have 0 overhead, leads coming in and a sustainable program. So let's just talk right into like what your pre-challenge homework was to create a YouTube, right? And if you don't know how to create a YouTube channel, hop onto YouTube. There's tons of it. We have some on our channel, The Finest Agents, which you're on right now. There's other places that show you how to create a YouTube channel, right? And then get your social media account set up. We always say that you're going to pick two. We have, like, I would say Instagram or our Facebook group, and then YouTube as our bread and butter where we get our leads. But we have a presence everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because it doesn't take us any time to have that presence anywhere, because by what the steps we're putting in place, we might as well be everywhere. Because I mean, on Pinterest, we have 13,000 views a month just from Pinterest. And so, I don't do anything different. Like, we have our system in place where it does it automatically. So why not get those 13 views a month for our local Colorado Springs market? 13,000, 13K. So that was your first, set up that YouTube account, and then also get your social media account. And then, I think this is our big one, is we have agents on our own team who I would look at their social media accounts and I wouldn't even know they're a real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, that's none of my business life, which is fine. But if you want
to be the real estate expert
of your local community, like, how are you going to market yourself if you're not even willing to say you're a real estate agent?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was like, we met with one of our agents, and we talk about it all the time with our agents here at EXP within our community. And we really help them brand themselves and create that excitement and learn to put themselves out there, I would say.
Yeah. And you don't have to be by no means salesy real estate person, but you do want people to know you're in real estate. How many people do I have that are actually friends from, like, living over on the other side of the mountain, and they have, their kids moving
or whatever.
Here. Yeah, I know somebody in the area, and all that has to do with is because they know I'm in real estate. It's not that I'm posting all of my business stuff on my personal page, but I post once in a while on there about my local real estate.
Mm-hmm.
And so they know that I'm a real estate expert in the Colorado Springs community. And so we get quite a bit of referrals just from people knowing you're in real estate.
Yep. And I would say the third one, set up those as social media accounts. That was your pre-homework. Also to make sure that people know you're a real estate agent on those social media accounts. And the other one is to set up a Facebook community group. And so we don't use these for direct referrals, but Friday, we have an appointment at 1:30. I didn't even tell you, with one of the businesses we highlighted. She wants to buy an investment property. So she contacted us yesterday and was like, can you come over? And I want to talk to you about this. And she uses us for,
and let me preface the YouTube group. We saw a need in our community. There was all of these text threads going on different groups, like, just North Springs Mamas and different groups, like, what's there going on this weekend in Colorado Springs? We have family coming in. I want to know what to do. Like, it seemed like there were all of these people wanting to know what what's going on. And really, there were multiple web pages that you could go to, but people like Facebook. And so we decided to create a group that's all about what is happening here in Colorado Springs. If you have a passion of, four-wheeling or fishing or whatever your passion is, just take that and create your your Facebook group on whatever that passion is. And you'll see you're going to relate it back to real estate. But do something that you're passionate about, and you'll automatically brand yourself by doing that.
Yeah. And the great thing is, if you can keep it general, like, have an interest for everybody, whether that's like a mom group or something, but because we call ours, our YouTube page for, where we get our referrals from, is called, on YouTube, it's called Colorado Springs, What's Going On for our local area, Colorado Springs, people moving here. We have a group called the same thing, right? And so it's like, Colorado Springs, what's going on? They don't even know sometimes we're related. They'll get onto YouTube and they'll, or on Facebook, and, they're moving to the area. They find our group, and guess what? As soon as they join our group, we hit them with a message. Hey, that's her.
That's all of our leads. No.
But so then they hop over to YouTube and we're like, hey, thanks for joining. And then we had another one who just messaged us as a response. So they're kindly weird. Then we get their email addresses, and they go into our weekly or monthly newsletter. And so
we also on our YouTube, we say, if you're coming into the area, make sure and join our Colorado Springs What's Going On. You'll be informed of everything happening each week here in the area and let us know there. So they automatically are listening from the long content in YouTube what to do. And then, like Lori said, we hit them up again with another just quick message. And if they didn't reach out directly on YouTube or directly through that text, we get messages back from our Facebook page, and then they'll wind up saying, oh, we actually initially saw you on YouTube.
Yep.
So,
and then, we like what we're challenging right now in the group is to reach out to a local business. So reach out to that local business and we bring our camera. I mean, we had hardly any, we didn't even bring a light last time. Did we bring a light? No, we brought a tripod so we could put our camera in it. And then that little Rode mic we put in our Facebook group, how to use video marketing in real estate. If you want to join our Facebook group for this. And it's with the finest agents. And we just went to a pretzel place. We just posted it today. We kind of slacked off the end of last year and didn't do it as much. And we're like, we need to get that going again, because once that engagement starts to decrease.
And the minute we started it back up, a lead right away.
So, I mean, it's just, what we do is we have someone kind of arrange it for us. So it's like, she's like a young millennial. I don't know. She's all these connections with the businesses and she does a lot of PR for them.
Yep.
And so she just lines for us first Thursday of every month, that we change it out every 2 weeks. The business donates $30 to $50 for a win, or we have them, do like, hey, drop your favorite emoji below, enter to win. That generates people seeing us. We do a call to action in those videos, and it just is a great way to be present in our community. One of our clients reached out and she's like, can you meet with us for dinner? We want to talk about how you guys do marketing. And I'm like, gosh,
you're the marketing.
I'm like, I don't know. We just start doing things and reach out to people.
If you follow the 30-day, like, I know this can seem overwhelming. We start to talk about how it all relates, but if you literally just follow the day by day, you're going to have all of this set up. And within the 30 days, you're going to see how it all connects to one another. And then, like I said, after you get the hang of it, then we put it into fast forward, and you're going to be doing it hyper fast.
Yeah.
So,
and it's kind of fun to get together with all of our agents. Like, we're with EXP, so we have a community of agents we work with all over the country, and we kind of mastermind and talk about how we have grown our business. And it's just fun to see our agents who kind of grow their business as they go.
So Nicole was asking, is it smart to have a separate page for real estate on both Facebook and Instagram, or combine them with personal and business? You're the expert.
I don't know. We have both. I use my personal to like post like our sales we do each month, but
prospective leads do friend us.
Yeah.
So they research you.
We have both a little bit. We have our own page, and then which we naturally post on. And then like once every couple of weeks, I'll share something real estate-y, so they know we're real estate agents. So I would definitely have a business page.
Well, and a business page, you will need that if you decide to run ads at all. It's also good to have a page, I think, because you may want to collect reviews on that. People use Facebook, Google. I think there's a lot of people that are past using Zillow and Realtor for, what do you call it?
Lead gen?
No, for reviews.
Oh,
but I do think Facebook and Google are great places to catch your reviews. And so, yes, have a page, but really the group is going to be your bread and butter for your audience on Facebook.
Yep. So I just want to kind of get through the other 3 points here, and then we'll move on to like where we're at in the challenge. But, create that Homebot account. Some of you guys were saying you have something else you use similar to Homebot within your CRM. That's fine. We use Homebot. It links into our CRM. We put all of our past clients in there. And people are like, well, how accurate is it? Well, the beauty is it gives you a ballpark, but when they're ready to go, they hit, I want, a professional review of my home value, and we get notification, and then we know they're hot.
And even if they don't reach out and say they're ready, we can see that they checked their digest 6 times last month. And so then, we might reach out and ask them, if they have any questions about the numbers in that digest.
Right.
But it's just super easy to see the analytics and the interaction with YouTube, and you can send a video message.
I mean, that's the main reason we do it, is we want you to get it set up. And then what we do is once a month, we sit down and Kayleen just made a market snapshot, just some general numbers, and we sit and talk about them and what we're seeing and feeling in the market. And then you can upload it to Homebot, and it goes automatically. So you upload You actually upload it to YouTube, keep it private. There's a little market snapshot she just made, and we just sit and talk about it. And then they get an email and they all watch it. Because
everybody wants to know what their biggest investment is.
Well, the analytics with Homebot are great compared to other, like, we sent out how many emails?
For $25 a month.
They all check it. It's amazing. So anyways, we just love Homebot because it's another thing that automatically just goes. We upload a 3-minute video to Homebot or to YouTube, keep it private, post a link to Homebot, and it goes automatically.
Send that out to our audience.
That's why we want you to set it up. And again, if you stay with us the course of the challenge, all this is going to fall into place.
Yeah.
The other thing that we asked you to do, what was the other thing? I'm trying to think. Oh, I know. I wanted to talk to you guys about the little quick branding intro clip. And what is that used for? And how does that work? I think some people get like so concerned about how to do that. And really, you can set that up in a half an hour. So what you do is you're going to find like 4 pictures, 4 little video clips of you. If you don't have a video clip, have someone video you
4 words that
opening a door, and then pick 4 words like real estate expert, maybe like your city you live in, just like your business name. And you're going to hop on Fiverr, Fiverr, and you just use RR. And you just you type in there, video clip, branding intro clip. And people will start popping up that have done that before.
And you want to look at their reviews and maybe online interview, just give them like the description, what you're looking for, an idea. Mm-hmm. Our branding clips, how much do they cost us?
Like $30 to $50. It depends upon sometimes we rush it. But if you want an example, what we did is we found one we like. And so go to, or on this YouTube channel, The Finest Agents, all of our videos, we do a snappy start.
Here, I was going to
and then we have our branding intro clip. And so just copy and paste it and say, I want it to be just like this. I mean, not with our pictures, but something like that. And then they can just take your little videos and words and throw it into a quick little 20-second branding intro clip. And we're going to use that for every video that you ever do going forward for our 30-day marketing clip. It just makes you look put together.
Here it is. This is, if you're lost on what the branding clip is.
I don't know if they can see.
Oh, you cannot see it. Why?
No, just go to our YouTube. It's all in there. But
it's this music.
Yeah, you can
that's the branding clip that we're talking about.
So let's see. And is it done with just a short video? No photos. Yeah, I mean, so what we do is we shared with him like a picture of us walking a new build, a picture of us pointing at a piece of paper, a picture of Kayleen opening the door. You can do it with pictures. A couple of them are still pictures. Mm-hmm. And then we gave him 4 words and he threw it together with that. And so if you have an overview picture of your city, use that.
And just tell them, like, I want it to be like a modern feel. I want some like upbeat music. I like light, bright, and maybe my key color is this. And that's all you have to give them.
Don't get so caught up over it. It's just like, it's one of those things. Just post it, get it done. Like Kayleen made something at home maintenance. She's like, it's not, I don't love it. I'm like, it's fine. We're going to use it. If we sit and wait for everything to be perfect, you're never going to get started. Guess what? You can get this whole process going. And next month, when you have a little more time and you want to like redo it again, it's $30.
It's a journey.
You can redo
it's a journey.
Yeah.
Not the destination.
So that was, kind of the pre-homework challenges to kind of get most of that stuff set up. And then, most of you guys should be through that first week. And the first week was just to work on, like, Kayleen and I even forget how to go live on like Instagram and Facebook if we haven't done it for a while.
This morning we were like, even going on YouTube.
Yeah.
At least it's set up. We just press the button.
And so we're always kind of playing with different things. And I think it's really good, especially if you're going to hire someone else to eventually do it for you, which we're going to show you how to do, is to at least know your different platforms, have them set up, and be familiar with the format. Like, do you film vertically? Do you film horizontally? How long should they be? And just so you start to get a feel for that, that's what that first week was for. You're not going to be perfect. Again, just post it. But that whole first week is to just get acquainted with like the 7 different platforms.
Yeah. And then one last homework piece that we didn't touch on yet.
There's another one.
Research your tags, titles, and description you will use for your first YouTube video. So what we meant by that was just go and, stalk people on YouTube and see what channels are performing, what channels you like, what's their top performing videos, what are they tagging them as, write down, put some notes in there what those top tags were, and you are going to be like, they are key when you put that YouTube video out to what is going to work and help the analytics.
Yep.
Click in.
Evelyn asked, what's our YouTube channel called? Well, you're on our agent one, the Finest Agents, and then that's our EXP group one. And then we also have one for our local market, which is what we're trying to help you guys set up for your local market. And that is called Colorado Springs, What's Going On.
Here, I'll type it in.
I'll probably post a link, but okay. So that was the first week, is just getting all that stuff together. And then right now, you guys are kind of, if you're in the challenge, you're kind of at the point where you're starting to get that Facebook group community set up. And once you get that set up, I know you're going to start at 0 subscribers, and it's always a little intimidating. Even when I set up this group, how to use video marketing in real estate, because that's what has really changed our business and what we're experts at. It was a little intimidating because I'm like, we have 0 subscribers, but you just kind of start, it kind of starts growing. You
invite people to the group.
Your people, locally to the group. I know it's sometimes
and when
weird.
You did your introduction video, make sure and tell the people that are in the group, hey, share this out to friends, family, anybody visiting the area. There's going to be some helpful information on here.
Right. And what we did is when we did our videos at first, like right now our group is private, but if you set it as public, I'm pretty sure, I know they're always changing the parameters, but you can share it. And so we would say when we would post, a video, we're like, hey, share this, you get an extra entry to win. And that kind of helped generate it. But now we're at like almost 7,000-8,000. And so now it's set at private. It just generates more of an excitement, I guess, at that point, but they can't share it directly anymore. So that's a little bit different. But your whole thing is to just get that group set up. We work on, an important piece of it. I don't know how much we went over it, is like when you can set up those group questions. And so the group questions
when they
are
request to join the group.
Right. When they're requesting, there are questions to them are you moving to the area? If yes, well, great, because we're going to message you, and we have it set up so we don't have to do it. We have it go with our success systems in place. We'll get to you. But then we're also, give us your email to be entered into local happenings and events. Well, they get thrown into our newsletter with local happenings and events. And so setting up those questions can also enhance your real estate business.
And it'll grow your sphere. And that's, essentially you want your reach to be as big as possible. And, we like the organic growth. And so we are asking people for their information, telling them, why we're requesting their information. They want to know more about the happenings in the area. So guess what? Our newsletter is all about what's going on in Colorado Springs. It's not real estate all over. We may have a home maintenance checklist section at the bottom of the newsletter, and it definitely will say that, hey, this is Lori and Kayleen with Colorado's Finest Agency, but it's all about what they signed up for. Like, you asked them, now give it to them.
Yep. So that was one thing. Right now, we're challenging you guys to reach out to a local business. All we do is go on to Messenger, find a couple local businesses. Maybe you have a connection to someone. Hey, can I come video with you? Video your business. You go out there, you set up a tripod. If you want to have a business partner or someone you can partner with locally, great. You can do that as well.
And it does not have to be long, but especially if you find a business online that you see is trying to expand their reach, that's the perfect person you want to partner with, because they're going to see the value in what you're trying to do. Hey, I'd like to highlight your business. I just want people to know how they can order. I know you guys have a new chef here. Maybe we can highlight that. Whatever will be of value to that business owner. And then this, on a sidebar, what this is doing for Lori and I's business is it's really our networking with our local community. Like Lori said, she got a phone call from one of those business owners, and now they're looking at investment properties, and we've helped them out, and they're reaching back out to us because we are now the real estate expert also to them.
And people they always say, we see you everywhere, and they really just see us a few places, but they think they see us everywhere. So that is one thing to do. And then the other part is, when you reach out, we ask them to donate like we said, a $25, $50 gift card. and that helps generate excitement on our platform. Ask an engaging group question that we do that once a week. It just starts to, the more you engage in a group, the more you're going to see it. And so it's the same thing for this group. The more you get people to engage, the more they're going to see it and think of you for all the real estate needs. And if you watch our video, we just posted our latest one today on a local pretzel place. We always have our call for action in there. So we're always saying, hey, it's Lori and Kayleen. We're Colorado's finest. Like, of course, we want them to know all about Mark Anthony's pretzels here in Colorado Springs and whatever. But it's the same thing as your long content YouTube videos. If you don't tell them who you are and what your purpose is, they'll never reach out to you for real estate. And so we always throw in there a call to action in the beginning parts of our video, as well as in the description right underneath the business we're highlighting. So that's something else.
Next week I'm kind of fast forwarding a little, but I know some people are getting a little anxious. So beginning next week, you're going to start creating your actual long content video. Ooh. This is just getting you a little warmed up. And the long content video, there's one day that we did our video prepping you for it, and it may take a couple hours. Everything else really should be able to get done, 30 minutes to an hour at the most. The one day there's probably 2 hours worth of work by the time you record your long content. It's going to literally baby step you through it. If you have questions and you're like, do I post this right now? Or like whatever, just hang tight. It'll literally tell you when you're supposed to post it, what you're posting, how you're tagging, all of those things. So it's just slow motion, but you're going to learn the right way.
Right. And we're going to show you how to do that so you don't spend hours editing it and you get someone else to pay for you to edit it. So it really is the beauty of like how we're going to set this up. And, we're going to, if you watch if you subscribe to our group and you put your email address in, you're going to get an email every day for the challenge. Otherwise, you can hop over here on YouTube and watch it, and then it'll remain public until the challenge is done. And then we're going to throw it into a private album, I guess, a playlist, I suppose. And so it'll only be accessible during the challenge here of it in and of itself until we do the next challenge for the next quarter. So, but that long content is coming up. And so that's what makes most people the most nervous. But once you get the hang of that, once you get that down, again, all you got to do is do it, once a week for an hour. You're going to learn how to do your long content once a week for an hour, and you're going to supply your videos and your leads for the whole month. So you just got to stay with us as far as that goes. Did you have anything else you want to add? I mean, we'll be going to do a live every couple of weeks, so we're going to come back on.
Does anybody have any logistics questions about what they've already done in the challenge? Do you have any questions? I guess I'm just asking for your feedback also a little. Is this helpful? Where are you struggling? And if you aren't struggling, what is keeping you motivated? What can we do to help even more?
It's a lot of questions you have.
I know I have a lot of questions.
But no, I just think this video marketing, it really can change your business, you guys. And like I said, this is the first 2 weeks. Our goal of the first 2 weeks, we're not even, what are we on day 8, 9, I think?
We are day 8.
So we're only in day 8. And so if you stick with us this far, I feel like you had a strong base of what we want you to do, get set up. And then the next couple of weeks, we're going to really engage into is how we're going to create that long content, how we're going to use it all over, how we're going to pay for it and not have any overhead. And then at the end of the challenge, you're going to have, like we said, a system in place where you can dominate your local real estate market. You know what you're doing, and you're going to have someone else who does it for you, which is the beauty of this piece of it is, we work on it every day. Kayleen's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm posting videos. So, we're always posting videos, but the amount of time we put in, I drop my kids off at school. I come home, I work for an hour and a half, with my video content, our video content we did, posting it, figuring out different tags, that kind of thing. And then that's it. I'm done for the rest of the day. I play around a little bit, but for the most part, we're going to teach you a system in place where you're not spending all day, every day doing video, because I don't want to see myself every day or hear myself. So,
well, thanks for the comment, Nicole.
Yeah,
the confidence. Are you talking confidence on camera or confidence in the content you're presenting more specifically? I know
for me, it was always camera confidence was a hard one.
And to me, it just helps knowing that people are not there to judge you. You told them you were giving them some piece of information, and they're there for that information. So just, you know, it becomes second nature to look into the camera up there and say, okay, all of my listeners right now and whoever's joining with us, they're here for agent coaching, and we're going to do our best to be present. I think that's a big deal. Be present and give them the information that they're actually spending their time with us for. Same thing when you're filming for your other audience, you know, they're wanting to know about the area that you live in. And so, you know, just taken away, they aren't here to like pick apart my hair, my wrinkles, you know, how I look today, whatever. They're here because you told them you were going to tell them about what it's like to live in your area. They're watching your video because they're interested in what you're in real estate. Well, you know, what is the market doing right now? Anything that you're telling them you're going to give them, just try to look into that camera and wrap your head around what they're there for.
And you got to just know that you're never going to love yourself on camera. You never, like, for even while we're doing this, like, well, you learn to
Like
look, you learn to look into the camera. Like, I'm not even looking at myself when I'm talking to you guys. I'm looking into the camera. We just post it. It's every time I hear my voice, I'm like, oh, just post it, right? You never love it. But you get used to it, and people love you for just being yourself. I go on TikTok, and some of the most people, the famous people on TikTok, I'm like, oh, they look awful. But hey, you know what? If you're getting $1 million real estate leads off of it, you know, who cares? And people like you for just being genuine.
And I think that's why YouTube is such a great platform, because I mean, there are videos on there, and especially like help videos that are very professional, but there's also a lot of just real content that's out there. That's why people like live streaming. That's why people like lives. Like Instagram definitely is more of a lookbook, so as Pinterest, but all of these live streams are, that's why people like them, because it's very real. We're all real people. Even, you know, the people that run ads, those are a little bit set up, but I think people like them because they'll see that people are just like there's an agent here locally, and she has like literally a whole production crew that follows her around. It was kind of a big deal at the beginning. Like, we're like, wow, what is she doing? And then after a while, it kind of fizzled away, and it's not really worth the money to have a whole crew follow you. Like, people just want the real perspective, and especially your leads. They want to know what the good parts of living in your area are, what you absolutely hate. Like, I hate the slush right now. I have to wash my car every 2 days. I just had, you know, you have to spray out the mats. Like, it's just muddy, but it's beautiful. People aren't going to not move to my area because of that, but they're going to know the truth.
Yeah. So that's our little live stream for today, our little video marketing challenge. So we hope that you guys have joined us. We hope you guys stay with it, because I promise you, I know it can seem kind of, I don't know, redundant or a little bit off, like what you kind of thought of when you do a 30-day challenge. But, you know, thanks for joining us. We'll try to do another live in a couple of weeks. Stay with us on our Facebook group page, How to Use Video Marketing in Real Estate. If you have any questions at all, or you want to join us here at EXP, we'd love to have you join our community. We have a great community of agents that we kind of support and bounce these ideas off each other and double our business, which is our main goal. So anyways, we'll talk to you guys soon. Any questions, reach out. You guys have a good day.